Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just Why I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. Believe it or not, I'm recording again. Well, for the channel it's not going to make that much of a difference, but for me, I honestly do not remember the last time I recorded. Because I recorded like a lot of the MSQ and then I just stopped for reasons that I do not remember. I think mainly storage reasons. And well, I then uploaded everything until I have nothing left, and now I have nothing left, so I must needs record. Anyway, let us venture forth. Just because it's been such a long time, you're gonna have to give me a minute to get used to this, or maybe I don't need a minute. I don't know. Scion, it's a pleasure to have you with us again. You'll be happy to hear we've taken Alagiri, and have already begun fortifying it as our new base of operations here in the peaks. Give a shout to the lads as you pass, eh? Oh, I may. Also, if you hear anything in the background, I have like a new air conditioning / heating system in my home. So, and since I think it's on because it's cold as hell, yeah, you may hear it.
I remember how they laughed. Alliance and Resistance soldiers, eager for battle, trading jokes as we marched east towards the peaks. Beyond this last line of defenses lay the locks and the city. Breaching it would be no small feat. But we beat the Imperials back, just like that. And we liberated a village, the first of many.
It intrigues me how, like, when you have a cutscene like this when they're walking. In a case with my character, she just folds her arms out a little bit more. It's kind of weird. As you can see, this part of the peaks is much higher than the northern reaches. Hence why the Imperials built Specula Imperatories where they did. See those 3 towers to the east? That's her. Sits right on the edge of the cliff, so attacking from the north is a fool's errand. From the south, on the other hand, she is no different from any other Imperial installation. You see now why Villadina was so important, eh? Right then, come along. They're waiting for us at Alagiri. Alagiri! Easter Kurtz? Southeast. 129 yarms. Your matey feels so weird. It's been so long for me. Even though it doesn't feel weird to talk, because I've been talking a lot to people. And with people I made myself. No, that's a joke. I don't know if I need to be there though. Nah, fuck it. Fuck it. Gonna go and get that Easter current. And then we will march down to the south. To the south. Forsooth. Beautiful music of the peaks at the night. I really like in this game how they like the difference between day and night themes can be just ridiculous. The fact that they can like consecutively keep night themes just chill, it's really nice. That is if an area even has a night theme, because like what's the area called? Az's Law doesn't have a night theme, so at least I don't think so. I don't remember. I think I would remember something like that, so. Would suit. Here we are, the new base of operations for the Alliance and Resistance. Oh, there you are. Greetings, General. I see you have been quite busy in our absence. Less than you may imagine, the Imperials fled to our coming, or at our coming, and we took the village without a fight. Your timing is impeccable. We were about to discuss a strategy to seize Specula Imperators. Now we are fresh on the road, we should be glad to attend. Good. Take a moment to gather yourselves, and join us when you're ready. Camprito. That quest has been sitting there for who knows how long. Well, you heard the flame, General. Looks like we've got a meeting to attend. That we do it. We're going to get that beautiful Easterite. Oh, right. I love my Easterites. That everyone? Then let us begin. Alagiri is ours, and for a mercy we took it without losing a single man. But we dare not grow complacent. Specula Imperators will not be so easily won. If I may, General, should you not pause to consider the Imperials' motivations? For Xenos to surrender a fortified settlement of strategic importance without so much as firing a shot is inexplicable. We searched the village and found no traps or other signs of sabotage. Suspicious though it may be, I will not refuse this gift from our enemy. The path to Alamigo is to the east, through Specula Imperators and Castamabania. It bears repeating, however, that the latter is home to a massive cannon with unparalleled range and destructive power. Which means that we will need to strike Specula Imperators quickly, both to limit their ability to locate our forces in the field and to utilize the installation as a shield against attack, as they would doubtless not risk damaging the towers. I see. We have no choice but to accept what we have been given. Oh, that's the way of it. I've no doubt that Xenos has got something planned, but we'll just have to deal with it when the time comes. To the assault then. The main host will commence a direct assault on Specula Imperators. During this time, I would hold the Scions in reserve at Alagiri to deal with any Imperial forces that may be dispatched in response. Understood. Wait a minute, we should be fighting with you in the Resistance. I understand you don't want to rely too much on Lynn after what she's been through, but at least let the rest of us do our part. If she wants to fight, I say I'll let her fight. Thanks, I knew you would understand. Maybe it would be best if I accompanied you. Alize can stay with Lynn. Oh, go if you must. The two of us can take care of ourselves. You have your orders. Dismissed. To battle. Up here. And then just stops. Meanwhile, deep in the Imperial Research Facility, aka the evil layer. Guardians have layers! I think it's maybe voice acted. I wonder why they have these doofy helmets on. Sorry.
Oh, my head.
Let us see.
Pulls the letters out of his pocket.
So, she lives. Impressive. Or merely lucky, though that too may prove a useful trait.
My lord, what have you done to me?
Though we Guardians are intellectually and physiologically superior in almost all respects, we lack the hereditary traits required for the reliable manipulation of ether, hence our unique inability to wield magics. This deficiency, for want of a better word, saw us subjected to decades of oppression by the lesser races, and we were eventually driven to seek shelter in the cold northern reaches of Ilsabard. Fortunately, said region was replete with vast deposits of ceruleum, which proved instrumental in the development of Magitech, a revolutionary technology conceived to compensate for our disadvantage. It was with Magitech that we grew strong, that our nation became an empire. Yet, ultimately, this was an extrinsic solution to an intrinsic problem. What I wanted was not a crude device to be used in lieu of magic. Through modification of the Garlean genome, I argued that it might be possible to enhance a subject's ability to manipulate ether, effectively empowering them to wield magics. Alas, my theories were met with consternation in the Imperial Court. Only Lord Xenos, with commendable foresight and wisdom, deigned to support my research.
You gave me this treatment, but I'm not Garlean.
Alamegan, through and through. What you have been granted is far greater than mere magic. Before that lesser light, it is as a second sun.
I am informed that Alagiri was recently occupied by the Resistance, and that an attack on Specular Imperatoris is considered imminent. This could provide an ideal opportunity to test her performance in the field.
Your skulls, was it? They have joined the garrison at the Watchtower?
Yes, my lord. By your leave, I would rendezvous with them and lead a counterattack against the insurgents.
No. Even were you to leave now, you would not arrive in time. There is another duty I would entrust to you.
Found you.
There's always one thing that intrigued me about Thancred's like gear at this point in the story. He has like one giant dagger, like a really intricate big old dagger, and then just a boring tiny dagger. So full of fire and eager, weren't they? Well, I wouldn't worry too much. They're strong and they have each other. At least he spared me the trouble of having to speak up. I wasn't about to let Lise go alone. Right. So the gear is actually better than what I have. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is the stuff I'm wearing for my Dragoon, I think. Or it's from like the same series. Anyway, back to the glamour. We have a fair bit of ground to cover, so we should split up. If you come across any Imperial soldiers, you know what to do. Oh, and so you know, I sent word to Ironvault's squadron. They are already searching other nearby areas, so we have allies in the event we encounter anything beyond our means. Yeah. Ah, yes. And as I should slash... As I would have slash should have expected, the quest is going to lead me right over where the ether current was. Unless I'm doing a current expansion, I really don't have to go out of my way for ether currents that much. Just need to remember that they exist. I'm just kind of addicted to, like, getting stuff. Even if I go to that area later on, I will go to it earlier. Because I want to. I always tend to go to areas where I'm not supposed to be in games. Which is fine. It is fun. At least to me it is. I've also been playing a lot of Samurai lately. I've been using like a kind of like randomize tool to randomize which job I play for each roulette, because I'm doing just roulettes for Red Weapons in Endwalker. And also just for fun. And the amount of times that I've been getting like Monk and Samurai is kind of ridiculous. Samurai being one that I get a lot. Like a ridiculous amount. So I've been playing a lot of Samurai. That's what it comes down to. Damn boy, he's thick! Yep, the Isekrint was right up there. Wow, game. Shameless. Absolutely shameless. Oh, it's one of these even. It's actually like a really big fate. I did not know that. It probably evolves into another another bigger fate. Actually, that's good to know though for the future. Because I still don't have all achievements in this area, I think. No, it's only Radlin and Baba. Oh. Okay. That's just another fate that appears like around here somewhere. If I recall correctly. Ah, give me a moment, Lynn. Say that again if you would. No, maintain your distance for now. Understood. Keep me apprised of any developments. That was Arnvald, the pair that was spying on us in the fringes that followed us here. What about you, Lynn? Any trouble? And there I was thinking you might be due for some peace and quiet. Glad to hear you dealt with them. I hope the assault on the Specula Imperators is going well. Give me that casting gear. Cutscene! Custom Meridianum music. Or Praetorium, I think, actually. Yeah, this is Praetorium music. How could I mistake the two? I haven't played MSQ in a long time, and I don't intend to. At all. At any point. I've done too much of that.
Whoa! You've improved, lad.
Come now, father. You lured the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
Our work here is all but done. What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements.
Orianja, is that you in there?
A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
I love noticing like different, like the same voice actor for different characters. It's so good. Just funny.
Stand down.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Commander, if I may, our people, your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help them. To lead the bloody charge. But I have my orders. Lord Xenos said no reinforcements. He would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Xenos yourself. I thought not. Initiate the firing sequence. Wars are won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty. Now, give the order.
Initiate firing sequence.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
Wait, was that lever really just made of a gunblade handle?
Hansfrid, Rudolph, Hamlet. For us. For our people. For our future.
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
It really is just straight up a gunblade. That is ridiculous.
What in the seven hells?
Long-range artillery.
Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat! Now! Relay the orders!
Understood. All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
It's one Guardian dude just looking around like, what's happening? I think that's it for cutscenes. Nope, more cutscenes. By 12, did you see that? The main tower just collapsed. You heard it too, didn't you? Must have been a cannon I cast from Albania. That was an Imperial installation, and our troops were still... Damn it, no one's responding. I don't know if the shell is being jammed or... We have to go right now. They need our help. This way, there's no time to lose. Look at this crab! Squeeze me. coming through. It's worse than it looks. He probably wasn't even... Pull yourself together. The gate. This is our way inside. We need to find my brother. Right now. Wait, what? The locks on the massive gate appear to have been disabled. You need to only prise them open to go through. I'm glad you're here, Lynn. In case there's an obvious, the Imperials fired on us, on Specula Imperators. Didn't think they had it in them to kill their own men just to kill us. Gods damn them all. Where's my brother? Tell me where he is. I want to see him. He was in a tower when he was struck, but that need not mean anything. Our forces are still evacuating, and many remain unaccounted for. Alizé, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families, just like you and me. We need our help. You understand? He's right. I'll take the north, you take the east. Thank you. I think I can manage on my own. For a moment there, I thought I was bound for Thal's Great Hall. Ye gods, what were the Imperials thinking? Just give me a moment to let the world stop spinning, would you? There, all the gear's not far. I'll make it. I'll make it. Ugh, everything hurts. I think I was struck by the breeze from the tower. Or the breeze, whatever. I don't know you. In the day I wore the force for taunt. We fought together on the steps of faith. You saved my life back then, and now. I can walk, thank you. 1,000 times, thank you. Conrad, can you hear me? Naga, put him down over there.
Conrad, speak to me!
It was all so sudden. Conrad had just convinced the last few skulls to surrender when we heard the bang and everything started to shake. We carried the survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
Conrad?
Is that you, Lise? I can't see a damn thing. Well, that's that then. Time's up.
What are you talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
It's all right, Lise. I've lived long enough. But listen, I want you to lead the resistance in my stead.
Don't say another word. You'll recover. We'll recover. We'll bring freedom to Alamigo together. We're not going to stop here.
No, you won't. Everything we've built, everyone we've brought together, I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lise. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because you're you. Because you're you.
Conrad.
Lead them to victory. To freedom.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
Next round, double the charge.
Come, Nidhogg. We are needed.
That's the cerulean pipeline!
Impossible! How can one man... Shoot the bastard! Shoot him!
My lance has slain far greater beasts. You're welcome, boy.
Notify all units! I want that intruder found! And get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon! The savages are coming!
We could have killed them. We could have walked away. But instead we tried to convince them to lay down their arms. We tried to seek a peaceful solution. We showed them mercy and this was their response. Fire and blood. This was their answer. Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. God is my witness. There will be a reckoning. Forgive me. Now is not the time for vows of vengeance. We must remain calm and rational and in control. The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fire on their own. So long as we remain here, we are in danger. We three will see to Commander Kemp's body. Find my sister and return to Alagir. There, that should suffice for now. Go on and join the others. Tell me you found Alfimo. Tell me he's alright. Oh, thank the 12. I don't know what I would have done. They were saying that, what would the Resistance do without Commander Kemp? Sorry, not here, not now. We should return to Alagiri. Keep an eye out for any wounded who need our help on the way. Here comes Midgard Summer. Ready to gobble you up. It wasn't long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. I expect you were about to slit my throat. Also this, I should be back over in Ilsabard, instead of taking fire from my so-called comrades. Yes, you should. Fuck the Empire. That's a big scorpion. Thanks, friend. Another tourniquet. Came loose and I was having trouble getting it back on. Should be fine. Should be fine the rest of the way. That's a word I've never read before. Tourniquet? Or tourniquet? I think it's tourniquet. I don't know. I do not know that word, so I do not know. Ugh. Bless you, kind. Wait, is that Yulin? I didn't recognize you at first. Feeling a bit dizzy. Must have lost a lot of blood. I can keep going. And I'm just gonna teleport. Because I have the money! From that one really lucky drop. In when we were doing Coils of Bahamut. I think that's still my stash of money. Then, we have given over Commander Kemp's remains for safekeeping. Later. I have no idea when. Rites must need to be performed. For now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward. We must not give in to despair. All Alliance and Resistance units have now withdrawn from speculating territories. It is time we spoke with General Aldine. His deaths weigh heavy on my soul, Commander Kemp's most of all. He was a wise leader, he was a patriot, but above all else, he was a good man who will be sorely missed. One of many lost his day. I ask for a moment's silence to pray for the souls of the departed. We have suffered a grievous defeat, but we cannot and will not renounce this cause. The die has been cast. Hold tight to this grief, this anger, and let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength and your shield when next you face the enemy. We'll carry us far, General. Of that I have no doubt. Ere we take another step towards Alamiga, however, we must first address the question of how to deal with Castamopania's cannon. If the Imperials are willing to employ the weapon without thought for their own soldiers' safety, we may struggle to approach them. A frontal assault is out of the question. We'd lose countless men before we even reach the walls. Would we? Recall that the Imperials could have obliterated our forces had they kept firing, but neglected to do so. They had no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why did they? You suspect they were unable to fire the cannon again, perhaps due to a malfunction. Or one of their officers found his conscience after the first barrage, or a heretofore unknown resistance faction chose that moment to disable it. There are many possibilities, but the fact remains that they stopped when logic dictated they continue. Then I'll just have to go and see for myself if the cannon is still operational. Are you mad? Cannot put you in charge of the resistance. We can't risk losing another commander so soon. I know how you feel, Naga, I do, but I need you to understand. It wasn't long after Papalimo and I arrived at Walger's Reach that Conrad first asked me to join the resistance. And then he kept on asking. Every time I said no, I told it was because of the silence, but even then I knew deep down it was an excuse. I was still afraid of following my heart because I couldn't be sure if it was me or Farida. But then I met someone on the other side of the world who had struggled with the same worries. And as we traveled and fought together, I saw him grow and become the leader of his people needed him to be. And now it's my turn to do the same. There's not a lot of us left, and of the ones that are, many are still wounded. We have to make do with what we've got, and I'm the best qualified. It's as simple as that. But don't worry, Nago. I'll come back, I promise. Well, I acknowledge Commander Heck's right to carry out his mission. I see no reason why she should do so alone. Lynn, would you go with her? Would have done it even if he hadn't asked, sir. Then it's settled. We will await your return. Sorry to drag you into this, Lynn. I mean, may not be the decision. Wait. It may not have been it may not be the decision Conrad would have made, but I'm not Conrad. I never will be. I don't know what kind of leader he was hoping for, but right now, all I can be is myself. I do not need any of these. If you don't mind, I'd rather not wait around and have people try to talk me out of it. Let's get moving. I know a good vantage point overlooking the castle. Neonkreps? Hope. The ship stranded on the rocks to the east of here. It shouldn't take us long to get there. Oh, but there might be some ancient golems guarding it. Or that might just be an old wives' tale. Either way, it's worth the risk. Please, Commander, I pray you proceed with all due caution. Do not hesitate to call upon us if needed. To reach the ship, we'll have to scale the cliff face. I'll get some climbing gear and meet you there, alright? Climbing gear? I'm wondering something now. Yeah, I only held on to like the dungeon dancer and the other thing. Dancer and gunbreaker weapon. Okay. Of course. They could see my blue ass from a mile away. Oh, that's a hostile button. This is voice acted. What in the... It's like such a good camera angles. I was like, this has to be voice acted, but no. Sorry to keep you waiting. I see you've met the golems. Looks like the old stories were true, eh? In a way, I'm glad. Right then, time to climb. Phew, that took a bit more out of me than expected. And here she is, Neonkreps' Hope. The ark that one man made to save countless others from the flood during the Stormblood era. It's comforting to think that there have always been people who cared as much about their fellow man, who accomplished such great feats that allowed people, or that people couldn't help thinking they must have made up. But the proof's right here, isn't it? I don't just mean the ship, you know. I mean you. Long before anyone started calling you a hero, you were there for those in need. You did things for people when you didn't have to. Sometimes even when they didn't want you to. It can't have been easy, staying true to yourself. But we're all better for it, me included. I'll never be a leader like Conrad, or Hien, or my father. But I can be a friend to you all, and I can fight by your side. I can be me, and that'll just have to be enough, eh? Yeah. Strange to think back on it. If we'd been standing in different places, or if the shell had struck the tower differently, it would have been me instead of Conrad, or maybe both of us. What kind of monster murders their own? Is that smoke from Castor Mabania? Wait, it's coming from the cannon. I can't tell what happened from here, but I can tell it won't be giving us any trouble in the immediate future. This is our chance, then, to avenge Conrad and all the others who died in the tower, friend and foe. To take Castor Mabania and bring the bastards who gave the order to fire to justice. It won't be easy after the losses we took, but I know everyone's champing? Oh yeah, champing at the... Champing? Really? Is that a thing? At the bit to strike back. With the right plan, I'm certain we can do it. We have to tell the others, come on. Yes. Yes! Easier done than up, eh? Though not necessarily safer. Anyway, no time to rest. We need to convince the others to strike now before the Imperials have time to fix their cannon. There's no time to lose then. General Dean needs to know what we saw. Fuck walking. Walking's for losers. Walking's for broke ass bitches. Your returns. I only hope you bring good news. We scaled the cliffs of Nunkrep's Hope and spied smoke rising from Castor Mabania's main cannon. I think Marshal Terrapin's right. They didn't fire again because they couldn't. The cannon seems to have been disabled somehow. Now we must attack Castor Mabania at once. It would still be a trick. Or like it could still be a trick. But if it isn't, we may not get a better opportunity. But in general, if it is a trick, it is an utterly baffling stratagem. Had the Imperials wished to wipe us out, they could have simply kept firing. Be it as it may, we need not risk everyone to seize it, or everything to seize it. I say we dispatch a small contingent to infiltrate the castle and secure control of the weapon. If the enemy is preoccupied with repairs, he may be able to take them unawares. If, on the other hand, it is indeed a trick, our token force will prove an elusive target, and we will at least know that the cannon is still operational. Either way, it seems well worth the risk. But how are we to infiltrate the castle? In anticipation of a day such as this, men and women under my command have labored long to cultivate a network of informants throughout Kirabania, including Radiata. Radiata is home to many who hold menial positions at Castor Mabania and other nearby installations. With the aid of our allies there, I believe we can secure a route into the fortress. Resistance will handle this. We may have recruited these informants, but they'll be just as happy working with fellow Alamegans, and at the end of the day, it's our land, our responsibility. Let us do right by Conrad. I should be glad to accompany her, General, as with Alizé and Lynn, I'm sure. Well then, if you're all in agreement, I see no reason to refuse you. We will make ready to march on Castor Mabania. Go, and may Rolgar watch over and keep you. My apologies for speaking on your behalf. It would seem my sister's forthright manner is rubbing off on me. I confess my decision to volunteer was not wholly motivated by concerns for the lease, nor less Alamega. Castor Mabania is the largest Imperial facility in the peaks, you see, and so the likelihood that Kryl is being held captive there is quite high. Dealing with that cannon remains our main objective, of course, but if there is even a chance that Kryl might be rescued in the process, I would never forgive myself if I did not take it. Give me that katana. Yes, I will glamour over at that. So to review, we are to travel to Radiata, where we will meet with a contact recruited by Marshal Terrapin's agents. I took a liberty of reviewing intelligence reports while Lynn and Lise were away, so the settlement is not wholly unfamiliar to me. As the Vice Marshal indicated, the vast majority of the populace is employed as menial labor in either Specula Imperators or Cas Mobania. Perhaps as a result of this, the Resistance has long struggled to make inroads there. You have the right of it. I got a better deal than most Alamegans, feeding off what scraps the Imperials gave him. Damned if I know how Marshal Terrapin's agents got one of them to turn his coat. I understand your disdain. I do. But I also understand their desire to look after their families, by any means necessary. Our contact is a Rogadan woman. She will ask us a question. After we answer with courage, she will know us as friends. Courage, right. Put together a squadron, Nago. We'll need them soon. With me, my friends, and be ready for anything. We will be ready for anything in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode of just us playing Final Fantasy XIV. The next episode we're going to go and deal with... well, more MSQ. Goodbye.